Hi, it's Dave Beaumont here, transformational coach and peak effectiveness specialist here at Elite Edge, and it's an absolute pleasure to share with you how to free yourself from the 7 saboteurs of your success in this 7 video training series. Because once you can take off the brakes that are holding you back, you're completely free to get on with accelerating toward the level of success that you deserve. Now, everyone experiences some form of self-sabotaging tendencies or inner resistance that hold them back from being and doing all that they're truly capable of, and can even pull them in entirely the opposite direction from where they're actually wanting to go. A person's level of success is going to be heavily determined by the way they handle these, how free they are to simply move forward and advance their life by using the fullness of their potential to get the results they want, while others are stuck with the brakes still on. In fact, one of my own mentors was asked to share one shift that changed everything in her life and allowed her to go from rock bottom to multi-million-dollar success and getting to do what she loves the most every day. It all happened in the moment, as she puts it, that she got over herself. She got over her own self-imposed limitations, particularly her fear of rejection, of getting it wrong, of not being good enough, that was giving her the reason to hold back, and was finally free to just go ahead and do whatever was necessary to make it all happen. Now, I don't know what your own unique flavor combination might be for the inner resistance that you experience. Maybe it takes the form of self-doubt, or disempowering beliefs about the way things are and what's possible. Or maybe you have a long list of if-onlys that are keeping you playing it small in your life. Maybe you're an expert at creating any of the huge range of negative emotions available to us that can cripple us from shining. Perhaps it's procrastination that prevents you from ever really getting anywhere. Or maybe you get overwhelmed and stressed to the point you don't know where to start, or you end up not knowing where to turn. Now, in this training series, you're going to learn how to free yourself from the 7 saboteurs of your success, because these are needlessly responsible for so many dreams that never got off the ground, so much potential that was held back from shining, so much rich and abundant life that could have been lived but wasn't. The immense negative power they wield over most people amounts to some pretty serious pain, regret, and internal suffering, not to mention all the incredible achievements, fulfillment, and joy that could have been had they not stifled it. Now, I've seen the same patterns played out time and time again in so many of my clients, and I also get the privilege of witnessing the incredible transformation in who they become when they're liberated from living in their shadow, suddenly empowered and free to just accelerate forward, to give their all, and achieve amazing feats they never before could even see were possible for them when these sabotaging tendencies were still in play. And here's the great news for you, because the vast majority of people don't have the tools to take control of their mind at the subconscious level, where we create all of these patterns, to free themselves from the obstacles they're putting in their own way, and to instead create states that support them and beliefs that serve them in moving forward to where they want to be at the most effective rate. When you learn how to free yourself from being held back within these confines, from trying to move forward with the brakes still on, you gain a massive advantage and can head straight to the front of the pack with the few who do go ahead and make incredible things happen in their lives. Because when you're free from this internal resistance, the path that leads directly to your goals becomes so clear and simple. You really can just take those steps that lead there. You know, the biggest difference between those who have everything they want in their lives and those who struggle along, settling for less than they could, is their ability to get out of their own way and just take action freely and fearlessly. Now, I'm sure we all know people less smart, less gifted, or less situationally advantaged than us who've achieved extraordinary success because they took action while others held back. And they kept taking the steps to make it happen and grabbing the opportunities that presented themselves along the way, while others watched, waited, or turned back when their own internal resistance kicked in and made the going seem too tough. And that can sting a little when people realize it could just as easily have been them. There was nothing special involved. So, what is it that stops so many people with so much talent putting all that potential into action? Well, understand that it's a default setting of human nature to run these kind of sabotaging patterns. It's just a misguided attempt to protect us and keep us safe from exposing ourselves to what we might perceive as potentially painful situations, or maybe ones that we don't yet have the proof that we can handle just fine. All the while, it's guiding us towards the easiest, risk-free, quick wins, such as the feeling of comfort, for example. Have you ever known someone who has struggled to maintain a healthy body shape? You know, they want it so much, so there's no problem there. It'd mean so much to their life if they were to achieve it, and they also have access to the exact steps that they need to take to make that happen in the fastest way possible. So lack of information or resources certainly isn't the problem either. In fact, today the internet puts power at your fingertips to find out how to do absolutely anything, everything you can figure out a way. You can plug any gap in your skill set or knowledge base that sits between here and where you need to be. And if you're lucky, there might even be an awesome video training series on it, just like this. So why would taking action, taking this clear recipe for success, why does it seem like such a struggle for some people and not for others? The only difference exists within their minds and how they allow these various forms of internal resistance that we'll be addressing in this training series to sabotage their success. And as you may know for yourself, from your own experience, what's driving you at a subconscious level is going to win out in a battle of wills with your conscious thoughts every single time. Now, another common example might be the dreaded public speaking situation. And I've worked with numerous people whose sabotaging thoughts manage to conjure up a living nightmare around this, triggering completely overpowering negative emotions and very real physical symptoms, like the over-release of the stress hormone cortisol that completely cripples their usual ability to perform effectively. I know a lot of people can relate to this, but again, why should this involve such painful resistance? It's all down to your saboteurs of success, compromising your ability to go ahead and perform at your best, holding you back from being all you could be. Think about how straightforward the act itself would be if you removed all the negative meanings, beliefs, and fears from it, and your mind was 100% free from anxiety to concentrate on delivering the content effectively. Just knowing your stuff and communicating it passionately in your own way, as you'd be perfectly capable and happy doing with a close friend. The simple truth is, pretty much anything is possible when you break it down. If you're willing to do what it takes to get there, and focus on becoming who you need to be for the results to deservedly come your way. And that can be a painful truth, and probably one many people's egos will jump to discredit. We can all be masters of defending and justifying the level we're at in our lives with so many great reasons. Yet the fact is that at the end of our lives, we'll see a much clearer picture. It's not that we couldn't actually have created the life and success that we so desperately desired. When we're completely honest with ourselves, a common factor in so many of the decisions that shaped our path will relate to how we didn't give perhaps everything we could, or held ourselves back from going the necessary yards. As Tony Robbins says, it's never really about the resources, not having enough time, money, your situation, other people. It's about resourcefulness. Think about it. In a life or death situation, you would always find a way to survive or protect the ones you love. In that instant of clarity, people get out of their own way and are free to step up to whatever level is necessary. Levels they could never before have pushed themselves to with all of their conscious effort behind it. Imagine now that you are totally out of your own way. free from the notion of failure, immune to giving any meaning to rejection, not held back by self-doubt or the need for perfectionism, able to embrace and explore the great unknown and free from the need to get it right every time or what others might think. Not stopped in your tracks by overwhelm or slurred to a halt by the lure of procrastination. Now, how clear does the road to accelerate along become? Free to put yourself out there and happily do whatever is necessary to bring your vision into reality, step by step, growing massively with every action you take, constantly moving forward. What new options, possibilities and opportunities open up for you when these limitations, these shackles are removed and you're in complete control of performing at your most effective? You know, when it seems like anything would be possible when you think of it this way, if you were simply free to be all that you truly can be, something needs to change about the ways we're stopping ourselves. These forms of internal resistance, these saboteurs of your success, are dictating the level you're playing at and determining the very quality of your life you're free to go ahead and give your all to make it happen. In this video series, we're going to expose these silent assassins that can completely sabotage you from within and make moving forward far more complicated for you than it actually is. They're the bullshit if-onlys that sit between making what you truly desire a reality and the only actual reason you're not living that right now. But they're an illusion. They're all made up by you, and you are 100% in command of taking back control and kicking them out of your path. And I'm going to be sharing some of the most effective ways that you can do this for each one, because I'm determined that there should be no reason anyone needs to be held back needlessly from stepping up to the level of rewards that you're capable of creating in your life. So let's get into it. Click on the link and you'll receive each of these 7 videos in the series direct to your inbox. Now, most of these videos are only going to be 15 minutes long, so they won't take up much of your time, but I'll be cramming as much powerful content into there as possible to make it the most valuable few minutes you can invest in yourself and your future success today. So please, give yourself the gift of watching each step in the series. Be inspired to act on it and really give yourself the edge. Take back your full ability to be more, do more, and have more. I look forward to giving you so many insights and strategies in the first video, and make sure you stay tuned to the end of the series to get hold of your free workbook. And I can promise you there'll be even more very cool, very valuable free stuff coming your way as we progress along the series. So stick around to the end and get ready to make epic things happen in your life.